Instagram just dropped a new feature. Actually, it's been out for a month or two, and it's a future way to get new followers over to your email list. Now, when you ask why this is important, I see a lot of people that have huge social media followings on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then one day they get shadow banned or they get shut down. Issue with that is they don't own their database. So it's important. The reason this feature is very important is because it allows you to collect emails right away and you can get your audience into your database. So if something ever happens to your account, you still have a way to reach them and contact them. And honestly, you should be reaching out. You should be emailing them anyway, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have a business, if you're selling any type of product or service, you should be emailing your list. So let's jump into the new feature. All right, so I'm here in ManyChat and I'm here in the homepage. So I'll show you how to set up this automation. If you stick around to the end, I'll give you access to a free gift that's gonna save you a lot of time with getting this set up. So let's jump into it. So go to automations, and then what you wanna do is, I have mine separated between Instagram and TikTok. We're just going to create a new automation. You can quickly use the recommended template here to get started, and then you can customize it or you can just start from scratch. We're just gonna use the recommended one here really quick just to get it set up. And then we're gonna switch over to Flow Builder and build it out a little bit more fleshed out. So just do that, and then you could just drop some generic messages in there. I have a quick video that I'm gonna use and I can share with them. So one second, let me grab that. So this is just a simple link that I'm setting up. I'm gonna change this later. So I'm just gonna drop some text in there, and then let's like the link added the extra space. All right, save that in there, and then I'm just going to drop some default messaging in there. Again, I'm going to change this because I just want to get this set up and then save it. Okay, cool. Let's just go live with it. It's actually not going to go live. Let's just stop it now. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is just click the three dots here in the corner, and then I want to switch over to Flow Builder. I just prefer to build in that way. Okay, cool. So now we have it set up, and this is the flow. We're going to go in and add some more triggers and get this customized. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and I just want to change the name of this flow. Cool, there we go. So I got it set up, so now I know. And the next thing I want to do is I just want to add a few custom fields. Some of you may already have this set up. Primarily, I want to make sure that I have the email field here, which I do have. And then I'm going to ask a series of questions. So there's two more fields that I need in here. You can use these fields. These are totally optional. We'll just set them up under user fields, which is fine, which is the default. I just want to follow reason, and then I'm going to do primary bottleneck, because what I'm going to do is I have a quick survey that I'm going to ask at the beginning of the journey for new members, just so I can bucket them into why they're following. In case they don't get on the list, I still have them segmented on my ManyChat account. All right, so now let's go back to the automation that we just set up and go back here in the folder, have it stopped right now so it's not live. And then let's go into edit. All right, so we got the custom fields set up, and then we want to go and just look at the trigger. So right now we have it set up for new users who follow my account. Trigger is going to automatically send them a DM. And then from there, what we want to do is start the flow for new followers. So that's it. We're just going to have a new follower that starts the flow. And then the first thing we want to do, you want to make it specific for new followers. All right, so the first thing I want to do is update this first message here. I'm going to change it to something like this. And then this is just a merge field that I have in here that's going to bring in the IG follower username. I'll show you guys just the merge field text so you have it. Let me just open up some notes really quick. Here we go. And then cool, this is just attached, so bracket IG username. And that's the merge field that pulls it over. Okay, cool. So just a quick message, appreciate follow, and then tell a little bit about my business and what I can do. And then I'm asking what made them hit follow today. From there, I'm going to add some quick replies. So I want to get rid of this button here and I'll remove it. And then I'm going to add some quick replies in here. I'm actually going to add 4 of them in here. Again, you can customize this. You don't have to add them all, but I'm just adding them based on my business. So you can cater it to your business as well. And then there's one more. And I'll just do something else. Cool. All right. So they have the quick replies there. And then what I want to do now is 1 second. All right, so now for each action, I'm going to set up the logic of what I want to happen here. So for the first one, we're just going to do perform action. And then let's go in here and we want to set user field. And we want to have it go to follow reason. And then we can just enter the value here. It's going to be the same as the button. And we're going to do it for each one of these steps. Okay, cool. So the first one is going to be automation tips. And then we'll build out the step through each one as well. I'm just going to set these up first. And we'll do the exact same thing for each field based on the action they select. Okay, so next what we're going to do is, since we set up the action for all the fields, we're just going to go to next step here. And we're just going to click on Instagram here. And we just want to send a message. The first message that I'm going to send here, if they want the AI content system, just have a message here. And then we're going to set this to send within the 24-hour window is fine, but it's going to send automatically. If they come in and they click on it, it's going to send it anyway. It's going to send anyway as soon as they go to the next step. All right, so let's do that. And then I'm going to add two buttons here. And then the first one, we're just going to do send it. And then the second is just give them an option. Not right now, just a soft exit. All right, so now we're going to set up the actual messages and actions based on which button they choose. All right, so we're setting the fields first, and then we want to send a message. So the first path is going to be automation tips. So I just have some text in here. Again, you can customize it to your offer where you want it to go. Okay, cool. So we set that up, and then I have two buttons here, and we can just do yes, send it now. And then if you want, this is optional. Always, you can give a soft exit, but you don't have to, but I'll just do that. Not now. And then if they do the yes, send it, I'm going to connect it to another message where I'm sending them a automation video. So what I can do now is they do send it, and then I can just set up another message here and just go over here to this message. And then I'll just do nice. Where should I send it? Okay. And then actually I'm going to change this something like this. What's the best email to send it to? And then we'll just add an option to where we can collect their email address. So we just want to do data collection and then email. We can just get rid of that message there. All right, so next we're going to map out all the fields. And the first thing we want to do is let's just do to the yes, send it field now. And then we'll just go up here. And then let's just get rid of this because this field, we want to collect data here. So let's do the data collection field and bring that up. Okay, cool. So it's going to wait until the contact replies, and we want to change it to email. Cool. So nice. I can send it to you here, but I can also email you the breakdown plus the notes. And then I ask, what's the best email? Let's change this. What is the best email address to send it to? Okay, cool. So it's just going to pause this automation until we get the best email address. So we can leave that there. You can also, if you wanted to add two quick replies, you can also have a button where they can select a quick reply where they can do email it to me or just send the link here. I just like to do it this way to keep it simpler. Don't want to overcomplicate the automation more than what it already is. Okay, cool. So once they reply with their email, we're going to, the next step would be just to deliver it. Okay, cool. And then after they deliver the email, then we can send it to them right away. And we'll just do action on reply. Let's delete. Okay, cool. And then what I want to do first is, since I already have these set up to connect with my CRM, I use Go High Level. So I'm just going to connect it to Make. And then for this one, I just usually send the simple solopreneur system. This action just tags them and adds them automatically to my CRM. If you have Kit or you have another system, you can just do the same there. But I can also, I'll just do a quick walkthrough of what it looks like in make.com. It's really simple. If you're using Go High Level, if you're using another CRM, you just have to do the same thing, connect it to your CRM. Let me just go here. All right, give it a second. Okay, so this is just some scenarios I have. And then this is just, get rid of this. And then if I'm sending them the simple solopreneur system, As you just have it set up here, there's a ManyChat automation that I have here connected. Really easy. You just select the ManyChat module, and then you can just, it's going to ask for your webhook, and you just connect it, and then that's it. And then this same thing would go high level. I have it connected here in Make, and then I can just select the email, first name and last name if I get that information. Sometimes I don't. And then I just select the tag that I want them to tag to, and then that just runs them. I show the source, I'd select the source, and then that just sends them to my CRM, go high level, and then they're on the email list, and it triggers another automation. But I can go into that later in another video. All right, and then that's it for the trigger there. And then the next thing I want to do outside that trigger is, let's just go back to automation, and we just want to do the next step. And then that's the final message here for this one. And then it's just going to be simple. Here you go. And then I'm going to drop that in, and then I'll just drop the link here. You can do click here to access, or you can do like training. And then I'm just going to drop the video in here for the training, and then that's it. And then I can add, if I wanted to add a little bit more, I could add that in there as well. And then that's it for that part of the path. And then for the other parts of the path, we'll go into, I could add some more additional questions if I wanted to. It's because I set up another action called primary bottleneck. So I could do that as well. I could just add some more quick replies here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I could do that as a later automation. So I'll just show you an example, send that. And then what I want to do probably is put a delay on it. So let me just move the delay up and just wait a minute. If I wanted to get some additional data, then I could just do this, and then I wouldn't do button. I don't need a button there. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And we're just going to add some quick replies here. If I wanted to collect some additional information, this is what I do. But I'm just going to just leave it there, just with the message here. I can come back later if I want to optimize this field, but that's it for that section. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll go ahead and just build out the next blocks here. This is for the AI content system here. And then we'll just do next step, and then we'll do Instagram message here. And I'll just drop this message here. And then we'll just add some 2 buttons there, send it, and then not right now. And then for the send it, we'll go in here to, let's just get rid of this. And then we want to add in the data collection here. And then let's just change this to email, because we want to get rid of that there. This right here, contacts reply to email. And then I'm going to grab and then we'll just use this kind of the similar messaging, and just go back here, just grab this here. And then what's the best email address to send it to? That took the whole message. I didn't mean to copy the whole thing. Okay, cool. And then again, it's going to wait for the contact's email. Let me zoom out of here some, move that there. And then I'll do on the action reply. Again, I already got my webhook set up. So this one is the simple content machine waitlist automation that I'm gonna send them to. And then we'll just go to next step. And then I'll just drop this in here. And then I'll just training access here. And then I'll just grab the video link or training link that I'm going to send this to. Cool. And then that's it for that action. And then I'll do the same thing for lead magnet. And it's pretty much going to be the same steps. So I'm going to pause it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after I get it set up. Or I should just walk you guys through it in case you want to do it all manually, just so you have that information. Cancel that out, and then let's just go to data collection, because we want to switch it over to email type. And then we'll go over here, and I'm just going to add in just the information for this branch. And then we'll just do what's the best email to send it to. And then we're just going to drop the action on right there. And then we'll just drop that one there. And then let me just get rid of these messages here, because I don't need them. Those are all part of the original that I set up. I don't need none of those. That way, so it's cleaner. Okay, cool. Maybe just drop that one down there. And what I can do is just take this up. I wish they had auto line feature. I know make.com does, which makes it easier. And then that way it's easier to keep things separated. I'm just gonna run all these through the middle. This is the second path here. And then this is the third path here. Oops, I skipped a step here. So let me just get rid of this because this is actually the last step here. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is set up Instagram, and then I need to add some actions in there. Just do yes, please. And then this one can be maybe later. And then the next please goes there. And then and just zoom out some so you guys can see. And then the next step, this should just be me sending the information. Okay, cool. There you go. And then I'll just drop the link in there. All right, cool. So got that in there. And then I could go back in and add a little bit more contacts in there, but I'll leave it like that for now. And then that is it. So the automation is set up here. This last reason, this something else, this is the part where I could just do a quick just survey if I wanted to do some follow up. And then I'll just do, if they do the soft exit, I'll give them a option to go. So if they select the not right now, but all these would, the soft exit would just go to the last step. So I'm just going to do it probably just way over here. And that's it. I just have another one called systems that will run them into another automation. If they ever commented system, that automation triggers based off that word systems. We're going to run all the soft exits right to that one. There we go. And then the something else reason, I'm just going to do a generic response for the something else reason, just to start a conversation to keep it open-ended. And then those I can just come back in and just respond right away. I am going to just attach just a quick action to it. I just want to define that field, and then that's it. And then I can go live with updating it. Okay, cool. So that's it. That's pretty much the full walkthrough. And all right, so that's the full walkthrough of getting a ManyChat automation, going through how to set up the now newest feature with ManyChat for when people follow you, how to DM them and get them into your email list right away. Like I said, it's only been out for a couple of months and I've implemented it for a few of my clients. I'm seeing about, in some cases, as high as 10 to 12% conversion there. And then on the lower end, I'm seeing about 5 to 6%, but still, it's still leads that are coming in that are going onto to my clients in my database right away. In the past, where leads were like, it would have took forever to start getting them onto the database. Now how those are converting is still pretty new. Like I said, you can go through and there's different things you can do to tweak it and optimize it to get more out of the sequence, get more data, or you can start upselling. But since it's kind of cold leads, I'm just getting them in and giving them something of value. And then later I'm pitching and selling them, but I'm getting them on my list and they're getting my emails. If you guys want access to the direct flow that I just built in ManyChat, I'll drop the link down below in the description if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're watching it on Instagram, if you want access to it, if you're on Instagram and you want access to it, just comment the word ManyChat down below and I'll send it to you. Actually, if you're on YouTube as well, you can just click the link to follow me on my Instagram and message me the word ManyChat, and then I will send you access to the training. I'll send you a Google Doc with all the text fields as well, so you can customize it, and then I'll just send you my Google Doc SOP as well for getting this set up too. So if you want access to those, the direct template to import right away into your ManyChat, want access to the SOP for this to be able to tailor it and change the content, you can use it for yourself, use it for your clients. Just follow me on Instagram and message me to where ManyChat, or just click the link down below in the description. Talk to you later. Bye.